Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Teapot Tales. This will be episode 3. I am super excited for this one because today I created 4 different Mondstadt themed builds that are pretty practical and super easy for any beginners who are looking to explore the teapot and create in the teapot for the first time. If you have any questions about clipping, the tutorial is linked above, but other than that, the methods for building are going to be really easy. There's no floating or sinking involved, so if you're just a beginner, that is totally okay. I've decided to make mine on Pearl Isle because it's a little bit elevated from the ground and does not look like an isolated island. All the builds here are themed towards the town of Mondstadt. I will have a Liyue and Inazuma one a little bit later when I create all the furnishings for that. Most of these builds are practical builds, so they include some of the features like crafting and forging, and also some of them are kind of decorative, so if you just want to have something like that in your realm, then you can too. Feel free to change how you create it. I'm just here to give you some inspiration. So for the first one, this is inspired by the blacksmith in Mondstadt. I'll give you a quick tour and then show you what it's created of. Here you can forge anything you need, and also the theme remains the same as the blacksmith. This is what it looks like during the daytime. I've tried to incorporate some nature to it, so it has a tree and a rock. As you can see, the building for the forging is somewhat connected to this building right here, and that's through the clipping technique so that it doesn't turn red and you are able to place the furnishing down. Most of the furnishings are just ones you can find in a normal city and town, such as the weapon racks over here and the wheelbarrows and hay bales. This is what it looks like at night. I've added a few lanterns if you like exploring at nighttime or if you want to see what it looks like. I've tried to keep this build really simple. It's super easy for beginners and only involves the clipping technique. The next build is a little bit more decorative and is just a tavern or a winery version of a tavern. I've tried to have these grapevines right here so that I can incorporate some of the Dawn winery and also some tables and chairs if you like the tavern a bit more. There are no gadgets here, but if you would just like to be here with your friends and have a seat, then you can totally do that. This was more of a fun build if you're looking to fill up space or if you're creating the town of Mondstadt and would like something along with it. Most of it is with the clipping technique, but a lot of it is also just furnishings really close to each other and it works the same way. Here it is during the daytime. It looks really cool as well. There is a Dawn Winery type set where you can have gift furnishings, but I like this one because it does have a main building which the other set lacks. This one is one of my favorites because it involves my favorite character, Albedo. This one was alchemy on the balcony because I have created a alchemist stand right here for you to do any crafting. If you're looking to craft in your teapot or if you teleport to your teapot just to craft, then having a cute place to put your alchemy stand is always really fun. I've tried to put this one up on a rock a little bit higher because it's more of an isolated area, and also I have the Paimon painting here if you're just looking for some peace and quiet. I've added a few cats so they sit down with you so you're not alone on the single island. Not only that, but underneath the balcony there is a little pond area, and this is where you can grow some of your plants. The way I created this was by stacking 2 of the plant farms underneath this pond furnishing, and it works really well because you can pick up all your plants in one go, and also it's right underneath the alchemist area, so if you're planning on using the plants you grow to craft something like fishing bait, etc., then you can easily access it. It only includes a few furnishings, not a lot of clipping is involved, so if you're looking for something easy, then you can go ahead and do this. This one right here was created using the floating technique. However, if you would like to replace this stone block with just a normal bowler that floats, then you can go ahead and do that. Here is what it looks like at night. It only has a single lantern because this is more of an isolated area, and also it has a few candles by the Paimon picture too. The final layout is this lovely Favonius garden inspired by one of the garden sets for the Knights of Favonius. It looks like just the town square of Mondstadt, except there are a few benches and you can look off into the distance and watch the sunset. This one is one of the simplest builds and has a lot of room for creativity, so if you're looking to create a garden, feel free to take inspiration from this one and create your own little Favonius garden. The best time to view it is during the sunset because the sun sets right around here and you can watch the garden from the inside. Here is what the garden looks like. Most of these furnishings are not clipped except for the trees and a few of the plants. So if you need a starter build, go ahead and try this one or take a few inspiration from it. This is what it looks like at night if you're wondering. I've used some of the Inazuma furnishings for lamps because they look a little bit more subtle than some of the ones from Mondstadt. Also, it's really cute to switch up the style a little bit, and it matches the stone just like the benches. If you are planning to use these builds, one thing I would recommend is placing a teleport waypoint in the middle of them so that you can easily access your teapot and teleport it without having to open your backpack and use the teapot function itself. So that will be it for today's episode. I will definitely make a few more builds for the other regions such as Liyue and Inazuma. I hope you found some inspiration to work on your teapot a little bit. If you're looking for more teapot guides, I have the Teapot Tales playlist with episode 1 and 2. But for now, I will see you all in our next video. Good luck on your polls and good luck if you're designing in your teapot. So I'll see you very, very soon.